my Corvette C8, the Arrma Infraction base. This is the latest custom paint job I did on this. Really pleased with how it turned out. Only the second shell that I've painted. Got a bit of fleck in there on the rear. Kept the windows clear. I haven't even smoked them. I think it just looks quite nice that you're able to see through. Running the 53-100 rear wheels. Looks nice and wide on that. Again, just really pleased with the spec. Not sure how clearly it's coming out on the video, but again, it just looks great. You can see the additional sparkle just in certain highlights around the windows and just across there like that as well. Straight down the front. There we go. So, what's the plan for this? I smoked out another Max 6 G2, just not having much luck with them. But essentially this is the base of my Infraction. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I've got the Scorch rotor motor mount in there, I've got the titanium drive shafts in the centre, got them on the front and also got them in the rear. I don't know if you could see them, but they're just there, the titanium ones. Got the EXB diff cases there. And now for power, what I'm going to be putting in this is the beast Max 5 G2 Plus, which is the 330 amp ESC, and paired with the massive 5690 2400 kV motor, which should fit quite nicely just in there. But what I don't know is how the gearing is going to run. My thought was to kind of test it out on 2540 for now, because I've got the 40 gear and spare gear just there. But some people have said, because of the way that the motor sits, I need something to, push out a little bit further. So I also have the stock kind of 46 tooth center. I don't really want to run a spool in this. I'm not going to only be doing speed runs. I'll do the odd speed run here and there, but I want to keep it as a basher and drift about, but also like have a lot of fun with it. I did contact Hobbywing and said, right, if I got this set up, do you still recommend it for bashing? They seem to think that there's no problem with it, bashing with it. It's not just a speed run setup, which is great to know. So again, we're just going to run it, test it out, different setups. They said just keep an eye on the temperatures because it has a high kV motor. It's a 2400 kV motor. But mostly I'm going to be running this on 6S. I want to make some modifications because essentially that I want the Max 5 to sit there, which means I'm going to have to cut some of this battery tray. But in this video we're going to go through the fitting of this and see how we can get the Max 5 G2 Plus to fit, get that motor to fit. I'll go through my trials and tribulations around fitting this, let you know any nuances around it. So if you're looking to do the same, at least you'll have all the information. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, just a bit of a progress on the Infraction. I'm in the kitchen today, babysitting. She's sleeping, all good. And got the splitter on there to match the Corvette, which is great. That's all on. Sorted out the rake. It's just a little bit lower on the front. Major updates. I'm working on fitting this brace bar. It is off the Limitless V2. So as you can see, the holes don't line up, but the next thing will be is to get them to line up, mark out the holes, drill the holes out, and get that secured in. Biggest update being the Max 5 G2 Plus is in there. What a beast of an ESC. Got the on and off switch just mounted on the side, twin QS8 connectors. I've modified the battery tray to fit, so you can see I've just cut it through there, got rid of the long strap that goes across on both sides, put dual lock Velcro down in the middle. I've kept this strap to go across the batteries, so it'll be secured at the bottom, secured at the strap. I could have done away with the whole kind of plastic casing, but to be honest, it's not really adding much weight. Just extra protection for the batteries on the sides, probably doesn't do anything, but you know, it's quite nice to have it compartmentalized. Just love the carbon fiber. I also got these kind of custom red screw housings, which I'm going to put here as well, as long as I don't mess that up. And then just waiting for the motor to go in. So there's one half of the rotor lock mount. So let's see how much time I get and get this all set up. But that, you see, is just huge. Can't wait to test this thing out. And no, these aren't the felony wheels. These are actually 53-100, specifically made for the Infraction, but wider. So look at the dish on that. Great. All right, let's get to the rest of it. The only downside to this is because it's built for the felony, it means that I'm having to run wider rears, which isn't a problem. But I do have a lot of normal Infraction wheels that I just want to use for drifting and bashing out. And plus, if I'm speed running and testing this out for speed runs, I don't really want to lose or crash this body shell, because for me, I'm just really pleased with how it looks. So let's get this off. Just give you a bit of a recap to the build. And this is the 5690 can 2400 kV with a scorched top brace with custom socket cups I've got on there, and the Max 5 G2 Plus in there as well. So it's all kind of just about in there. Really pleased with how it's turned out. Got the scorched fenders in there, the scorched side skirts in there, so it just extends the base of that chassis in there. And I've got the dual lock Velcro in there. So now what the plan is I've got the Jag body shell as well, and what I want to do is to be able to cut this up and get it sprayed, so when I'm practicing some of the speed runs I can give it a go and see how it turns out. So this is the first part of that. Going to cut this out, follow the lines for this, make sure it all sits all right. I've got some scorched fins on the way and the colour is still undecided, so stick with me. We're going to get this cut up. I'm not going to video it. I'll show you what it's like once I've cut it up and get it fitted, and then we'll get to painting it and you'll see the final results in this video. But you can see now the body has been cut. Really pleased with how it's turned out. Got that sitting flush there. I will change the splitter, this is just for testing. Got enough arch gap there. Masked up the top part. You can just see the motor through there, looking great. The rear, on the advice of yes mate Rob, I've opened up the rear just to make sure that there's no trapped air when we're doing speed passes, you know, and it's got good airflow. Just masked up some bits. I just want to, you know, not just have it all block one colour, and just see how it comes out. So that's how that looks there, and we're going to get this painted now. Really pleased with the fit. Got that mounted here, mounted on the rear just there. The front, I've got the 3mm, what they call the body mount post there, and I think the rear is using the 23 or 32 one actually, with lower sitting posts. So overall, really pleased with how that's sitting. Time to get it painted. Alright guys, and here it is, the finished product. We've got the scorched decals on there, Onyx Power Solutions decals on there. We've got the scorched fins for the Jag body on there. So I went for a fluorescent orange. It's got a slight pearl to it. It's really got to catch the light though. plain flake and black highlights just at the back and at the top. Left the windows clear, and hopefully be getting a light for that center so I can see it. But really pleased with how this is looking and has turned out. Got it black on the inside. So yeah, now the only thing is I've got the I've measured it all up, and these are the body posts that fit this. So anytime I want to change the shells from this, all I have to do is unscrew 2 screws from each body post, front and rear, fit these ones on, and these are already pre-fitted. So that for me is just a quick solution just to get that done. But really pleased. Now let's get onto location and see what this can do. I'm going to try a 6S pass for my first maiden run. When I did the speed calculator, it said that I should be getting around 106, 107 miles per hour. So if I get anywhere north of 100, I'll be very happy for this run. So let's see what we can do. All right, we're going to set this up. Time for its first run. Out here with a few lads. Got the cars together, on location, painted body. See what we can get out of it. All right. Okay, let's get that on. Let's see if we can get any signals. Hopefully this will kick in sometime soon. Oh, there we go. Track, start, stop, read. There we go. Let's go in. Track, start, testing. Okay, we're tracking. What are you on? Dan, are you going? No. All right. All right, mate. I'm gonna. Sorry, mate. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna go for it. Just mind out.
Okay.
I don't want to knock you out.
That would be cool. The limit has just turned up, though. Huh? The limit has just turned up. Of course it has.
Right. Let's see. Oh! God, just had no turning on it. Let's just see. 90. All right. We could do better than that. Did we get it? Let's check. Boom! Yes! 109. And it's still got more in it, I reckon.